The summer holidays are only a few months away, and if you're anything like me, you're already starting to think about what are you going to do to keep these kids entertained throughout the summer. My last holiday was before the pandemic hit, so I am so ready for a holiday. I really want to get away with the kids this year. If it's not the summer, it's going to be by Christmas. With the cost of living continuously rising, I can honestly say I have been feeling the pinch when it comes to my disposable income, which makes saving for a holiday even more increasingly difficult. But with me, I try to focus on the things within my control and not the things external to me that I cannot control. I like to think, what can I do within my power to make this holiday a reality? And this thought led me down the path to come up with some ideas of practical things that I can do to save money quickly in order to afford this summer holiday. So if you are interested in hearing how you can save money quickly for your next summer holiday, this is a video you're going to want to stay tuned and watch. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, thanks for stopping by, and if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back to watch another video. It's so good to have you here with me again today. The first tip in order to save money quickly for your next summer holiday is to set yourself a holiday budget. I know we're only a few minutes into the video and already I've mentioned the B word, but as you know, I believe a budget really can help you to achieve any financial goal in which you want to achieve. How can you say you want to save for a holiday if you don't know how much you're going to need for that holiday and how much you have available to put towards that holiday? The first step is to definitely determine how much exactly is this holiday going to cost. Between now and the summer holidays, you have 4 months. How much can you save within those 4 months in order to take that destination holiday? The budget that you set yourself will need to be achievable within the time frame that you have available. It may be a case you go later on in the year or even start saving towards summer of 2024. When you're thinking of your holiday budget, you need to think of more than just the flights of that holiday. You need to think of all the other additional holiday expenses that come with it, such as your accommodation, excursions, food and travel while you're abroad. Knowing exactly how much your grand total for that trip is going to be will then give you the amount that you need to set aside every single month to save towards that holiday. So let's say, for example, the holiday that you want to go on in the summer costs £2,000. You're going to want to take that £2,000, divide it by the 4 months between now and then, and save £500 each month to put towards that holiday goal. If it's not realistic and looking at your budget, once you've paid for everything else, you don't have that £500, then work out what you can afford to do. It might be a case of taking a holiday at a destination staycation as opposed to abroad, or you might think, let me save towards going later on in the year instead. The next thing you want to do is open a separate savings account for the holiday. I like to use Monzo pots, so I have a pot specifically designated to my international holiday that I want to take this year. You can do the same too if you have Monzo, Starling. Those kind of banks allow you to save up little pots and savings goals, and you can just put money in there monthly towards that saving goal. And what it does is it shows you how much as a percentage of that goal that you've already started saving, so you can quickly see how close you are to reaching that holiday saving goal that you set yourself. The danger of not separating that holiday money is that life happens and expenses arise, and if you don't have that money separated from the money that you have in your account for your other expenses, what tends to happen is that that money gets spent elsewhere on something else. If you really want to board that flight this summer holiday, you're going to need to find ways to reduce your expenses in order to free up money to put towards that holiday budget. I know in these economic times, already your budget is stretched, expenses are getting out of control, but what expenses are negotiable that you can actually reduce or remove altogether from your budget? You may be able to surprise yourself at how much you're able to reduce your expenses when you start being intentional about that savings goal of your holiday. So for example, if you're used to maybe having takeaways 3 times a month, you might want to reduce that to twice, and that additional £100 put towards your holiday fund. Or if you're having takeaways once a fortnight, reduce that to once a month. Or maybe if you go to the hairdressers regularly and you spend money on doing your hair, maybe it's time to watch some YouTube videos and do some DIY jobs on your hair in order to free up some money to put towards those expenses. Some of these things that I'm suggesting may seem a bit drastic, but you have to count that cost and weigh up what's more important to you. Is it worth the sacrifice? Would you rather make these cutbacks in order to go on a holiday, or not make those cutbacks and stay here and not go on holiday? Other little things that you can do to reduce those expenses: if you're used to getting trained to work, maybe sacrifice leaving home a little bit earlier and going to work by bus. Or if you're somebody that takes the bus, maybe get yourself a bicycle and start cycling to work so that you can free up that travel money in order to put towards the expense of your holiday. In this economic crisis that we're in, cost of living has gone up, and there are some costs that are beyond our control that we can do nothing about. Me personally, my mortgage has gone up by over £350 every single month. Now that would have been a nice chunk of change to put towards my holiday saving fund, but unfortunately I now have to pay extra towards my mortgage, which means that I need to really get creative and think about other ways that I can make cutbacks from my budget in order to still achieve my ultimate goal of taking my family on vacation. Another thing that you can do to free up some money quickly to put towards your holiday fund is to use cashback sites. If you're not using cashback sites at the moment when you're shopping online, then you're literally missing out on free money, because if you're going to make those purchases anyway, you might as well get some of that money back on those purchases where the option to do so is available. So websites like Quidco, like Top Cashback, they give you cashback from so many hundreds of retailers across the UK and even internationally, and that cashback you can straight away start building it up in those accounts to put towards your summer holiday. Because already in theory it feels like you spent that money, don't think twice about the money that's building up in that cashback account. And if you do that over the next few months, you're going to be surprised in 4 months time when you open those accounts and see how much cashback you've been able to accumulate just by using those cashback sites. Another thing that's going to really help you to save money quickly for your next summer holiday is to take advantage of deals and discounts that are available with different airline companies. A lot of these airline companies will offer you a great discount and great deals if you book well enough in advance. Now this may not be so helpful for this coming summer holidays, but it might be food for thought for next summer for you to start planning ahead, booking ahead, and saving yourself some extra money on this holiday. And on that note, while you are looking for this summer holiday, make sure you are looking around online, so using different price comparison websites to make sure that you are booking the holiday at the best price for yourself at that time. And while you're at it, why not look at any special offers that are taking place from companies in the countries that you're going to, so you can take advantage of any discounts, any special offers, any coupons, 2 for 1, that sort of thing. Earlier about reducing your expenses, and that is definitely something that's important to do, but let's be real, in these economic times there's only so much cutting we can do from our budget in order to save up the money we need to pay for our holiday. So what you're going to need to do is look at ways to make additional money on the side so that you can really build that holiday budget quickly. So maybe consider getting a part-time job. I know companies like Amazon, Uber Eats, all of those type of delivery companies are recruiting all the time for casual workers. So if you have some spare time in the evening, if that's something you have the capacity to do in addition to your day job, then it's worth doing it just for the period in which you are saving towards this holiday. If you're not able to leave the house, maybe you've got young children at home. I've got young children at home myself, so those kind of side jobs are not practical for me, but things that are practical for me to do on the side are things like I'm doing now, which is creating content on the side, freelancing, selling digital products. There's so many different things that you can do on the side to make additional money, and any additional money you make, just put that straight towards your holiday saving fund. I know starting side hustles are like a trending topic at the moment, but just think about it. What is in your hands that you could do today to make additional money at the side? I know there was a time when I was on maternity leave with my third son and money was tight, and I was like, what can I do to make additional money just to supplement what my husband was doing? And I know that I'm good at doing hair. It's something that I've been able to do since I was quite young. I hate doing it, but it's something I know I can do and get paid to do, and I started doing that for a period of time where people were coming to my house, I was braiding their hair and I was making additional money on the side. So just think, what skills do you currently have that you can put a monetary value on and start charging people for those services? Sit down literally and have a brainstorm. What skills do you use in your day job, things that you do that you can then transfer into a paid service that you can offer to somebody? You will be surprised who is willing to pay you for things that you just think are second nature to you. So I mean, hair for example, I do my hair at home myself, so it's not something I pay for, but there's people that don't want to be doing their hair themselves at home, and hence they were happy to pay me to do it for them. Equally, things like even cleaning for example, some people don't want to clean their own homes, they will rather pay somebody else to do it. I know I would rather do that too, but at the moment I'm not in a position to do that. But you'll be surprised how many people even in your local area are looking for cleaners. Is that something you can do on the side to make that extra money in order to put towards that holiday? So just really start thinking of creative ways that you can get your income up in the short term so that you can have some more money to put towards that summer holiday fund. If all of these additional things to do on the side to make extra money are not an option for you, then maybe it's time to get a promotion, time to switch employers altogether. I know a lot of employers these days are putting freezes on pay rises, but if you were to move from where you're working to another company, you'll be surprised at how much additional income you can get just from making that switch. All in all, anyway, these are just things for you to consider, for you to find different ways to increase your income, because that is really going to expedite your rate at which you save money and achieve your ultimate goal of going on that family holiday. Another quick way to make this extra money to put towards your summer holiday is to sell unwanted items in your house. How much clutter do you have that you can turn into cash at home? You will be surprised that one man's trash really can be another man's treasure. So just because you don't see the monetary value in some of these things that you've had for a while at home, it doesn't mean that other people will view it in the same way. You will be surprised at how much people are willing to pay you for all that clutter that you have in your house. So now's the time, spring clean, do a spring clear out. Go through all of the rooms in your house, gather up boxes of things that you need to get rid of that are just taking up space in your house, and start selling them online. Sell them on Vinted, sell them on Facebook Marketplace, eBay. The list goes on. There are so many sites that you can use these days to sell your unwanted goods. So turn that clutter into cash today and put that money towards your summer holiday. When you're saving towards your summer holiday, it's important for you to really curb those impulse spending. When we talk about impulse purchases, this could be anything from grabbing a cheeky takeaway on the way home from work, or buying coffee at lunchtime while you're in the office. All of these little impulse purchases add up and really take away from that bottom line and disposable money that you can have to put towards your goal of going on that holiday. Just by practicing self-control and refraining from making those impulse purchases, you're going to be surprised at how much money you're able to free up in order to put towards that holiday saving fund. So as tempting as that caramel frappuccino may be, just think about the bigger picture. Think about that holiday when you're going to be on the beach, living it up, living your best life and enjoying the sun, sea and sand. Think about that and keep that at the forefront of your mind when you're spending money day to day, and you'll be surprised at how many impulse purchases you're able to avoid making, and hence how much money you're able to save towards that holiday fund. So I guess to conclude, it is possible to save money towards your summer holiday. I didn't say it's going to be easy, but it's definitely possible. It may not be in 2023, but it might be in 2024. The main thing is to set that goal and work towards achieving that goal, and little by little, by putting money away, making those sacrifices and finding ways to increase your income, you're going to hit that goal, and that savings fund is going to be complete, and before you know it, you are going to be in your dream holiday destination, enjoying the holiday of a lifetime with your loved ones. But anyway, that's it for another video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you made it this far and you haven't given it a thumbs up, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed, share it with a friend or family, tell a friend to tell a friend, and I will see you for my next video very soon.